9 months ago. Out of college with a degree in journalism. Yeah, I know, a degree in journalism. Looking for jobs near my home in Austin, Texas. Applied to various small newspapers. Even the Statesman, the biggest newspaper in the city. No go. One day, I get an email from a girl named Misty, who says she works for the Genesis Communications Network and knows that I've been looking for some sort of reporting/job. That day, I get in my car and drive to the address. I answer yes, and schedule an interview at the given address for that coming Thursday. That day, I get in my car and drive to the address. But it's not an office. It's a barbecue restaurant. Style Switch Barbecue. Good place. I freak out, recheck my GPS, the email. It's definitely this address. Befuddled, I go in. Tell the guy at the waiting desk that I'm here for an interview with someone from GCN. Oh, thank God you're here. What? He leads me way back towards the opposite wall. And there, in a booth, is Alex Jones. I obviously know who Alex is, so I'm sort of freaking out. He smiles, stands up and gives me a hug. This dude hasn't even seen my resume.
You ready to fight the good fight, bro?
I tell him I'm interested in working in Austin's journalistic community. I try to stay far away from telling him I want to work for him or his BS site. He orders us both the brisket platters.
You know, I think you've got the mug of an info warrior.
I just sort of nod, sip on my Sprite. He asks me all sorts of weird shit. If I've ever worked for the government, if I'm gay. Every 2 to 3 questions, he fist bumps me.
Let me tell you something, Jason. I do put 110% into this fight.
My name's not Jason. Finally, our meals get here.
Thanks, sweetie. We'll take that in a to-go container.
I ask Alex where we're going. I'd imagine in his main office, right?
I know you said you'd give your life for this fight.
What?
So let me show you the true enemy.
Alex asks if we can store the food in his car. I tell him sure, but don't have any way to keep it from spoiling. He tells me there are preservatives on the front lines to keep them edible. Okay. We start walking down the street. And walking. And walking. It's like 5 PM, and we've been walking in silence for near an hour and a half. I could just say fuck it and leave. But I also really need a job. My parents have threatened to kick me out if I don't find one soon. So, I trek on. Finally, Alex stops just alongside a major highway.
And now, we wait.
So we do. For another half an hour. Finally, a large black van pulls alongside the road. Alex hops in the passenger seat without saying a word to me. He pokes his head out the window. Looks at me. So I hop in too. The van keeps going for maybe 40 minutes into a small-ass town called Neanderwald. Alex keeps muttering to the driver, a young black guy with glasses, and how scared he is for his family. Neanderwald seems to be mostly grass in the occasional house. Alex peeks behind to look at me.
Jason, I read that you consider a major skill to be head-on tackling a problem.
That sentence seems astoundingly stupid to me, but I just nod and say, yeah, definitely. Finally, we pull into a dirt road and keep going for maybe 20 minutes. I'm pretty sweaty and tired, chilling with Alex Jones in a black van. Finally, we stop next to an old bridge. We climb out. Alex and the van just drives off. What the fuck?
Jason, come help me out here.
He's standing over a weird metal hatch, like in Lost, if you've ever seen that show. I help him open it. It's pretty heavy, obviously hasn't been opened in a long time.
I bet this is the craziest first day of work you've ever had.
First day of work? The fuck? Then, Alex hops down into the opening of this hatch. I decide to follow suit, if only because it's getting dark. I figure Alex is too famous just to murder me out here. The tunnels are dark, so I use my phone as a flashlight, and I cannot find Alex Jones. I wander around for a long ass time, and these tunnels just sort of lead to empty metal rooms. Every once in a while I hear a clang, and I shout out, "Alex?" Alex never did introduce himself to me by name. I guess he just assumes everyone knows who he is. Finally, I come across a room with this weird fuzzy insulation on the walls. And standing there is Alex Jones. Alex as I'm sure you all know, is totally insane. Talks about how this place is a tunnel system for an interdimensional vampire society. Says that this room is where they siphoned energy. What the fuck? He tears down some of this insulation. Asks me to help him. So, I do. Who was that black dude driving the van? Finally, we get it all down. And there, in front of us, is an elevator. At this point, I'm visibly shaken. It's an old-time elevator, the kind where the door is just sort of open, and it doesn't completely cover the front. Alex grabs my shoulder.
Look, Jason, I know you're scared, bro, but you said you wanted to be an info warrior.
I never said that. He tells me that most of his on-site employees just go down to wherever this place is.
You will face your own personal demon, but I need you to think of it as a spiritual experience, Jason.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be with you every step of the way, buddy.
Oh god, please no. He steps into the elevator and pulls something. I get in too. And we descend into pure darkness. Silence. And then a very loud clang. We've landed, so to speak. Alex and I both use our phones as light, but I'm getting no signal. And on the walls, I have never seen so much blood. I let out a scream.
Don't worry, that's not blood.
Oh, okay.
It's this weird, semen-like substance the vampires use to create a message to their Dark Lord.
Yeah, much better. Whatever it is, it's all over the walls and in this huge rune language. Alex tells me that they generally act as prayers to the satanic lords of the interdimensional vampires. Okay. It's really dark and hard to see. Finally, we get to the door.
Okay, Jason. This is the one room where they remain.
The fuck? I could run right now, but I don't know how to work the elevator, and I'm not sure I'd make it through these tunnels. I know Alex is fucking crazy, so who knows what's really beyond that door.
It will. I mean this. It will take the form of your own personal demon.
That doesn't reassure me. I open this weird metal door, and I shut it behind me. So, I'll try my best to describe this room to you. It's sort of like a classroom, but no seats, just a big desk in the front, and a projector? Some weird, creepy-ass objects on the floor. A rattle, a teddy bear, some more comic books, and a journal. I pick it up, start reading it. Well, shit. It's from a young Alex Jones. Young Alex was apparently taken here for a dentist appointment. Left this room to watch the reports and receive treatment. Damn. I put the journal down. Look around the room. See nothing. Then, suddenly, the lights turn on. And so does the projector. An older professor-looking dude appears on the screen. He starts talking about Duranus procedures. I don't speak conspiracy theorist. Not that it's much of a conspiracy for me at this point. It seems as though this Mason-like group was chemically tracing wealthy Texan families and recruiting kids. The kids were taught in like school, but also received chemical treatments and psyop conditioning to make them harder to kill or otherwise manipulate. Jesus. This video lasts maybe 45 minutes, detailing the enemies and that these kids would face when they were older. Very weird, creepy shit. Then, when it's over, the lights shut off. I run to the door, banging and screaming. I am freaking out. And, like that, it opens. The lights are on in the hall now, and Alex is standing by the elevator now, looking very somber.
Do you see why I do this now?
I guess so? What do we do now?
Let's go to the club, Jason.
So, when we work our way up, the van is back. We get in, drive to Austin. Not a word is said. And then, just like that, we arrive at Plush Nightclub. Alex jokes that he's glad he's divorced, so he can go to these places more often. Me, Alex, and the black dude go in, and the music is super loud dance music. Alex, I suppose, knows the guy at the door, because we all got in no problem. I go to the bar, get drinks, can't find Alex. I find myself drinking quite a lot. Then, suddenly, a beautiful woman approaches me. She says that Alex wants to talk with me upstairs. I go inside some office. Alex and the black dude are there. I don't know his name. Should probably stop calling him black dude. But, anyway, Alex grabs my arm and says,
Jason, what if I told you this was a globalist haven, and 90% of those people down there want to eat you alive, and then eat your family?
I want to tell him he's crazy, but I don't. Alex tells me to find the most beautiful looking woman on the dance floor and whisper in her ear the word sensational. Okay, I could have just walked out, but fuck it. I'm intrigued, and it's Alex fucking Jones. He was on Joe Rogan. I get on the dance floor, sort of buzzed, and I find this really hot looking babe with blonde hair, cute bangs. We dance for a bit, and I whisper in her ear, sensational. She looks like I just stroked her G-spot. I head back to the office, and she follows. I head in, no one is there. Just me and her. Then suddenly, she throws me over the desk, and the lamps. She's trashing this place. What the fuck?
I'm checking this place for bugs. Fucking socialists.
When she's done, she grabs me by the shirt and starts making out with me. Oh shit! Then, all of a sudden, she spits 2 green balls in my mouth. No fucking way! I spit those things back out. They look like slimy tennis balls. She looks like I just killed her babies.
You do not accept the gifts of the fallen?
What? She screams at me, almost in gibberish. The slime balls at my feet are sort of evaporating. The chick starts crying. What the fuck? She starts clawing at me at shit. More screaming. Then, she just slams the door and leaves. Alex emerges from the closet. What the fuck? He was in the closet? Where'd the black guy go?
Jason, what you said to her was a demonic mating ritual code word.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
You just killed 2 globalist archdemons.
I'm more amused than scared at this point.
Which means, in about 30 seconds, this club is going down. Hard.
Sure enough, I hear screams from downstairs. Alex grabs me and pulls me towards the window.
Jason, do you trust me?
No. He throws me out the window. And I land on a van. Yes, it hurt, but I was only like half a story up, so it didn't break anything. Alex follows suit. But he's wrapped himself in some sort of black body armor? Fuck if I know. The screams in the club are growing louder. The music has stopped. No line outside. What the fuck? Me and Alex get in the van. The black guy's behind the wheel. We drive off. Alex is looking all sweaty and shit.
We showed those demons who not to fuck with, right, Jason?
Hell yeah,
says the black dude. So, now we go home, right?
No, Ramsey, not yet. We've got one last stop.
So, we speed down the street away from the nightclub. I'm still buzzed from my drinks, having a good time, even though I'm all tied up in this shit now. Maybe working with Alex wouldn't be so bad.
So, Jason, you ever heard of this idea of controlled opposition?
No? What is it? Alex starts chuckling. He explains that sometimes you have to control your enemy to make them understand or something. I wonder if Alex has had anything to drink at the club. He cranks up the volume on the radio as soon as All Along the Watchtower starts playing. The Hendrix version, that is. We stop suddenly. And there, outside, is my grandmother's house. Naturally, I am fucking upset. Has Alex been stalking me? Or my grandma?
Mike, look, I need you to relax a sec. Buddy, because Granny Goodness in there is not who you think she is.
What the fuck does that mean? My name's not Mike either. Alex pulls out a laptop from under his seat. Shows me a long list of files. One is called Supreme C1068.ifw. Jesus. He opens it, and it's like the Matrix. All these letters and numbers and shit.
Mike, this is not a joke. You've been the victim of heavy conditioning. Do you know who Madeleine Albright is?
No.
Look her up.
I Google her name. She was Secretary of State under Clinton, I guess? I'm not a big politics guy. And then I hit the Wikipedia page. And on the screen is my grandmother. Holy fucking shit. Look, Alex, this looks just like her, but...
No, Jason. It is her. Do you understand me?
Alex is getting heated. Jesus. How is that even possible? Alex tells me that the globalists can suck souls and live forever. This does really look like my grandma. Alex tells me that Madeline, or well, Grandma, is going to use an upcoming election to get some very bad people elected. I think he might be high. But this really looks like my grandma. Okay, so what do we do?
It's simple, Ramsey. You ever seen Ghostbusters?
Alex pulls out a backpack. His seat must have some TARDIS shit going on. No, I'm not a Doctor Who fan. I just know what the TARDIS is. But not Madeleine Albright. But that just shows you where my priorities are. Anyway, Alex takes these pills/vitamins, drops and shits, and just fucking inhales them. He's taking so much of this shit, it can't be healthy. Then, he pulls out what looks like a smoke detector. This is his plan. This device can detect super souls, and will switch their frequency so that they can lower themselves into another dimension. So, why not use it at the people in the club? Alex won't say. So I'm supposed to go into my grandmother's house, who may or may not be Madeleine Albright, and use this on her. Well, fuck it. I tell Alex I'll do it, if he can guarantee me a job and a decent pay.
Franklin, you know I will.
He hugs me. We hug for like 2 minutes. Then, I exit the van, walk across the street, ring the doorbell. It's like 1 AM, and the door swings open.
Oh, Enon, you're here so late.
Yeah, sorry Grandma. I was just drinking and needed a place to stay. Shitty excuse, but better than the truth.
Well, come in.
She sniffs.
Do you smell anything, Enon?
Nope.
Well, maybe it's just my old nose.
She does this cute grandma laugh. If Alex was fucking with me or some shit, I would be pissed. We sit at her coffee table. She's obviously very tired. Suddenly, she looks at the device in my hand.
Oh, Enon, what is that?
Discreetly, I press the button on this thing. Nothing happens. Then, shit happens. Suddenly, my grandmother's face starts, dropping? Like she's having a stroke. Oh shit, what the fuck have I done? Then, I swear to God, my grandma, Albright, her head starts, screaming. She screams my name in this demonic-ass voice.
Enon, what have you done to me?
She starts, exploding. First her arm, then her leg. Shit. The ground starts shaking. What the fuck? In this demonic voice, I hear,
You who must be bequeathed shall not become thine sanctimony.
I run the fuck out of there as my grandma starts to explode and her house begins to fall apart. I fucking dash out of there like a cheetah. Oh shit! I make it outside. I leap out of the yard, and I turn around just long enough to see my grandma's house envelop in a portal of pure light. There's nothing there now. It's like the house was never there at all. The device is gone too. I must have dropped it. Sweet Jesus, I am scared. But I guess it's all over now. I run to the opposite side of the road, but the van's gone. In this place, there's 2 white containers and a duffel bag. In the bag are rolls of money. Wow. I mean, really, I could be set with life with this much, provided I live simply. The container next to it looks familiar. I open it. My brisket dinner, still piping hot. Then, I notice one last thing. A sticky note. On the container. I pick it up and read it.
Thanks a lot, Anon. For everything.